Hello, this is Jana Pritchett. Arlene Phipps and I are doing our family assessment genogram together, and I'm going to do the first portion. The family we selected is the V family. There is a single mother. She's about 40 years old, very attractive. She is a certified registered nurse anesthetist at a local hospital. She was recently divorced about a month ago. She had been separated for a year after a long court battle. She is experiencing tremendous stress related to her divorce and the effect that it is having on her family. She has a 20-year-old daughter. She goes to college full-time and works part-time. She also has a 5-year-old daughter. The statistics we found on divorce is that 62% of Americans in this country are divorced. 90% of divorced mothers have custody of their children. 60% of people under the poverty guidelines are women with children. And 1 of 3 Americans are a member of a step-family. The typical reaction of children to divorce include abandonment, anger and hostility, depression, and blame and guilt. We performed the Family System Stressors Assessment on the V family. The general portion of the family system stressors, the mother revealed her high scores were related to her 5-year-old's behavior, as she's acting out since the divorce, the mother's own guilt because she's divorced, her ex-spousal relationship, and insufficient me time. She's most concerned about her 5-year-old who has begun acting out and has become a disciplinary problem related to the divorce and the effect that her ex-husband is having on their family. She's afraid that she's neglecting her 20-year-old as she has to deal with the conflict with her ex-husband and the disruptive behavior of the 5-year-old. Her ex-husband, she says, is manipulative and mentally abusive and controlling. The 20-year-old also participated in the assessment and the interview, and her high scores were in dieting, perfectionism, and her siblings' behavior. The Family System Stressor Specific Assessment, the mother revealed that her high score was in her stressors on family pattern of living. She reflected that since the divorce, she feels like her family life is just upside down. They can't get organized. There's a lot of conflict and stress and anxiety within the family. Her 5-year-old throws temper tantrums. She says that she makes everyday tasks just very difficult and tiring. An example would be that when she is getting up in the morning to get ready for school, to take the little girl to school, the little girl refuses to get her hair brushed, cries about that. She refuses to eat her breakfast, even though the mother knows she needs to eat before she goes to school, so that's a battle. And then when they finally get to school, she refuses to get out of the car. This makes the mother late for work, where she works as a CRNA and she needs to be there by 7, so she has an entire OR operating room team waiting on her to get started. The child won't adhere to bedtime. When it gets close to bedtime, she starts crying, saying she don't want to go to bed, she wants to play, and she just won't settle down. And once she gets her in the bed, she'll get up and come to the mother's room saying, I want a drink of water, or my belly hurts, or something like that, just to try to delay the bedtime. She relates that she has concerns because her ex-husband has been drinking heavy while he has the 5-year-old in his care, and that concerns her very much. He harasses her by phone calls and texting. He texts her like insulting words. If he has the 5-year-old, then he texts or calls her the whole time so that she's uneasy about the child being there, or just puts her in a bad mood. When she calls him to talk to him about something involving the children, like when to pick them up, what activities they have, he tries to pull her into an argument. and that causes her conflict. So if she has something to tell him about, when to pick up the child, or she needs to change visitation days, it causes her tremendous anxiety because she knows that there will be some kind of conflict involved. And he even acts out in front of the 5-year-old, throwing insults at times, or just not acting very nice. When the 5-year-old is in his care, he lets her stay up past her bedtime, eat junk food. He buys her expensive toys that she don't need. He takes her to movies. They're always on the go. But there's no routine or anything involved in that. The clinician perspective is that the mother looks very tired and frustrated. She just seems overwhelmed and knows that she needs to make some changes. She just don't really know where to start. The 20-year-old seemed very well adjusted and happy. She does well in school. She has a very active social life, but she too worries about her sibling. She said that her dad spoils her, and that she needs some discipline, and that she worries if she, don't really learn to behave and control her outbursts, that she'll get in trouble when she gets older. The clinician feels that the mother is helpless to her ex-husband's controlling behavior. She allows him to make her angry and doubt herself and make her sad. She's frustrated that her ex won't go to counseling or try to do any kind of productive, positive behavior to help with this situation. He remains manipulative and abusive. According to Ahrens in 2011, the relationship between parents is the biggest contributor to the two children of divorce feeling of well-being and mental health.
Hi, I'm Arlene, and I'm going to talk about the family as far as our care plan that we did and planned for them and their strengths. The family agreed on their strengths, the daughter and the mother, that they have a good working relationship. They do need improvement on family time together, meal time together, and fun. They respect each other's privacy. They affirm and support one another. They communicate with each other. They have a good sense of trust. They share religious beliefs, and they go to church. They have family support, somewhat, and the grandparents are helping out with the youngster. As far as the care plan, the first problem, the most serious problem, was family disruption regarding the recent divorce, and it's causing the young child, the 5-year-old, to act out and to push her limits and act like she doesn't want to do what her mother tells her to do, doesn't want to eat, doesn't want to get in the car. As far as planning for that, we encouraged regular bedtime, meals together. We encouraged the mother to reward her for positive behavior, like have a chart with stars. Time out and loss of privileges for inappropriate behavior. Limit setting, boundary setting. Teach the 5-year-old coping skills, and maybe join a support group for children of divorced families. The second problem that we identified was the ex-husband harassing the mother, harassing phone calls. We encouraged her to limit conversations with him unless it had to do with her daughter, visitations with her daughter. The husband has been drinking alcohol while he spends time with the 5-year-old, and she has gone to court for interventions to prevent that from happening again. It's very unlikely that the husband, the ex-spouse, will go to therapy, but that's a recommendation. The third problem was interrupted family process related to life changes and recent divorce. We encouraged her to, and she is in therapy, and we encouraged her to get help for financial planning. She has a good job, she's well educated, but she's not saving anything for the future, and she's paying for her older daughter's education, her college education. And We encouraged her to ask for help, ask her neighbors, a few family members. She doesn't have a whole lot of family members, but her cousin has recently started helping out with the carpooling for her younger daughter to go to school. And then we encouraged her to have the daughters do responsibilities at the house, like washing dishes, washing clothes. And we think that the outcome for this family is extremely good and positive because the mother has such a good outlook, and she's already in therapy, so she's trying to have a better and more healthy family life. And they communicate well with each other, and so we feel the outcome is very positive. Thank you.